Hello, welcome back to episode 5 of Leanna-TV. I am your host, Leanna Martins, and I serve the awesome people of Edmonton. Today, we are going to talk about the 4 main components of a home appraisal. So if you're a seller, you do not want to miss this. Funny story, I recently just had a client who had a bank appraisal done, and the bank appraisal came back substantially higher than the actual market value. Now, beware, if you live in a higher end neighborhood, this is something that can happen because those numbers can be influenced substantially by the overall averages of the neighborhood and not just on the comparables that it should be. So a real common mistake many sellers and homeowners make when I go in for a valuation, and it totally makes sense, is they'll reference the 2 numbers that they know. So they're going to reference the city assessed tax value, and they're also going to reference the bank appraisal if they recently had one. Now, just as I previously said, the bank appraisal can be wrong based on, in that case, the neighborhood, and also the city assessed value can be off as well. And all of those things can be related to the type of market that you're currently in. So for example, we are now in a seller's market, if it's in a flat market or if it's in a buyer's market. So what exactly is a home appraisal? When you sell your home, the buyer needs the funds. Where they get the funds is the bank. The bank is going to send an appraiser, and the appraiser's sole job is to protect the bank's investment. The bank wants to know that the buyer isn't overpaying. So if the buyer could not make their payments anymore, the bank could foreclose and recover the money in their investment. So there's 4 main components of the appraisal process. The first is a complete walkthrough of your home. So the appraiser is going to walk through and they're going to note any upgrades that have been done and the overall condition of your home, and they'll also refer to the tax records as well. The second part is your home's details. The appraiser is then going to take details like square footage, how many rooms you have, how many bathrooms you have, and they're going to note those in their appraisal software. So number 3 is comparables. So what their appraiser is going to do is they're going to look at recent solds in your neighborhood and the area that have very similar features. Number 4 is finally the valuation. So you are going to get that all-important number, and that number is going to be sent to the buyer, to the seller, to the bank, and all interested parties. You do not want to make the mistake of not having an experienced agent. What would happen if that appraisal comes back low? What do you think is going to happen to your offer? That buyer is going to want to lower their offer, and you need to make sure that you've got an experienced agent that knows how to price that property, that can back it up with solid data and comparables to make sure they advocate for you direct to the appraiser to get you the value you deserve. I also have great appraisers I work with directly, so you can avoid the hassle and get the right number right from the beginning. You might be convinced, you know what, this whole appraisal process is a little more complicated than I'd originally thought. Maybe you want a little bit of help appraising your home and getting a proper valuation. If that's the case, feel free, reach out. I am happy to help. Don't forget to follow Martins Group Real Estate on Facebook and Love Yeg Living on my Instagram account. And if you like this, then make sure you share, you like, and you subscribe. And don't forget to click that little notification bell at the bottom so you can get the next episode of Leanna-TV. Thank you so much for joining me today.